Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is shaving a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finally, after days of chaos, panic, heartbreak, betrayal, and a manhunt that stretched across every edge of Los Angeles, Luna Natsuwa was recaptured. And the moment the news broke, it rippled through the Forrester, Logan, Spencer, and Buckingham's world like an earthquake that nobody was ready for. Because Luna's escape had already left the entire city on edge, already broken families apart, already exposed dark truths that people had been burying for years. But her recapture, that was something else entirely. Because it wasn't just a return to custody. It wasn't just a criminal being detained. It was the beginning of a nightmare that none of them could have imagined. A spiral into a terrifying reality where Luna was no longer just a fashion interner, a young woman trying to find her place in the world. No longer the girl who once dreamed of achieving something in the Forrester Creations world. No longer the daughter Poppy tried to protect or the woman RJ tried to love, but instead she had become a symbol of something far bigger. A fragile but furious reminder of what happens when secrets grow claws and lies grow wings. And as she was dragged back into the system, bruised, exhausted, and trembling with fury and fear. Her capture marked the beginning of something so explosive that even the Special Crimes Unit felt the ground shifting beneath them as they transported her to a place no ordinary prisoner had ever seen. A facility whispered about among officers, but never officially acknowledged. A facility known only as Black Ridge Containment, buried deep beneath the mountains. A place where prisoners with unusual psychological profiles, high-danger classifications, or connections to powerful families were held in isolation so complete it bordered on erasure. And that was exactly where Luna was going. Because according to the report shouted across police radios, she was no longer considered an ordinary fugitive, but a Level 5 behavioral threat. Label that horrified even Lieutenant Baker, who had never in his career seen a young woman reclassified so brutally, especially one whose case began as a misunderstanding, a scandal, a situation that spiraled because too many people lied, too many people meddled, and too many people underestimated just how far Luna would run when she felt cornered. And now, Ash was shackled more tightly than any prisoner who had ever been held for a Forrester-related crime. The officers escorting her felt the weight of something they didn't understand pressing down on them. Because Luna wasn't screaming, wasn't fighting, wasn't even crying anymore. She was silent. Terrifyingly silent. The kind of silence that made the hair on the back of their neck stand up. The kind of silence that made RJ's voice echo in their memories. RJ who begged them not to hurt her. RJ who collapsed when he heard she'd been taken to Black Ridge instead of the regular county facility. J. Who whispered to Steffi that something was wrong, that someone was manipulating this entire situation from the shadows. And Steffi, who normally stayed composed even in crisis, felt cold panic slide into her bones because she recognized the signs, recognized the way this wasn't adding up, recognized that someone had interfered with the order of operations, someone with power, someone who wanted Luna somewhere nobody could reach her. And as the armored transport van rumbled away from the city lights, climbing higher and higher toward the mountains, Luna's head rested against the cold metal wall. Her eyes staring at nothing. But inside her mind, everything was burning. Memories, fears, secrets, betrayals. The sound of Poppy screaming her name. The sound of Baker shouting, "Stop!" The night she fled, the sound of crashing waves echoing in her ears from the field cliff she nearly died on. The sound of Will's voice. Yes, Will Spencer, who witnessed her final words before she leaped. Words that haunted everyone. Words that had turned Dollar Bill Spencer into a man desperate to unravel what Luna knew. Because he suspected she had information that could destroy his empire. And he wasn't wrong. Luna knew too much. Far too much. Which was exactly why she wasn't being sent to a normal prison. And as her transport reached the steel gates of Black Ridge, massive doors rising like the jaws of a creature waiting to swallow her whole, the officers felt the shift in atmosphere. The crushing darkness that surrounded the place, the absence of wind, the absence of sound, the suffocating stillness that made Luna breathe tighter because even she could feel it. This wasn't incarceration. This was burial exile punishment designed to erase her existence. And as they dragged her out of the van, her legs almost giving out, a cold rain began to fall, soaking her hair dripping into her eyes,